Alright, so we've got our module installed. Now it's time to install the block-off plates. This is our 5.7 liter Tundra. On these, it's practically impossible to see where these install from under the hood, but if you can imagine, they're down here on the very back bottom corners of the cylinder heads. The easiest way to see those and get to them to get them installed is actually going through the fender well, so that's what we're going to do. Alright, so we got the wheel off, and the first thing we need to do is drop this little fender skirt piece down. I've already taken two of these little connectors out. Take this one out. Sometimes just 2 screwdrivers, you can do it without breaking them. Get them under both sides, give them a little twist, and just pull straight out. And it comes out. This one, lucky enough, didn't break. A lot of times they do break. They sell them, they're cheap. Just get you another one, pop it in there. And then just let that flop down. From here, you can see the exhaust manifolds right here, but we'll get you a better shot up in here. The location we're going to install this at is right here at this flange. Alright, so here's a little bit better of an angle of it. You can see this is the air tube that comes off the back of the exhaust manifold and runs to the back corner. And this is the flange here that we're going to try to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and spray these nuts really well with some PB Blaster, some penetrating oil, that sort of stuff, especially if you got some corrosion there. You want to let that sit and make sure it has time to do its job. The last thing you want to do is kind of break one of these studs off. It's a real pain. You have to do a lot of work to get that fixed. So be real careful with those. We'll zoom in here so you can see where those are at. Alright, so those have been soaking on PB Blaster for a little while. These weren't too bad, so just for precautionary. I've got a swivel on this one, 10mm ratchet. Make sure you get on there straight so you don't strip those out. And let's try to get these plates installed. So break these loose. Yep. And that came apart pretty easy. Just back it off a little bit. You don't need to back it off a whole lot. Just to the end of the threads. And we'll go ahead and get this one. Get it on there nice and straight. And same thing there. Just back that off to the end of the stud. To the end of the threads on the stud. And that's good enough. Alright, and then when you're looking at this, you'll notice there is a little bit of a metal gasket here. It's usually clipped onto the air tube that runs across the back of the engine. It really doesn't matter which side that gasket's on. Ideally, you want that gasket on the exhaust side, so this side towards us when you put the plate in. But the way we have the plates made, they're nice and smooth. They should seal up without that gasket even in there, unless you get some trash and stuff in there. Just make sure you don't gouge up the mating surface trying to put a screwdriver there or anything. So here's our block-off plates. These are the 5.7 plates. Comes with 2 of them, one for either side. This is the driver's side. This will be duplicated in mirror image on the other side. Alright, so we got a little dowel rod here. It's just a stick, basically. We're going to put this on the end of the stud nut. We've got the stud nuts backed off all the way to the end of the threads. Don't take it all the way off, just leave them there. We put the dowel rod on here. And usually just a couple smacks with the rubber mallet. It's going to be enough to push that flange up and open. So let's give that a try. And let's try the other stud too. Try to get it straight on there. Might need a more solid piece of wood. But that looks like it may be, you can see it's loose now. We should be able to just push on that now and slip the block off plate in. Let's give that a try. So you just go in there and slip them in this way. Heat shield's a little bit in the way, but get it started there, and just like that, goes in there. Tighten these back up. You don't want to over tighten these. I believe the torque spec is 7 foot-pounds, so not a whole lot. But you do want to make sure they're nice and snug, that way that seals back up. And tighten them evenly. And that's about 7 right there. And that's about 7 right there. And then we're done with the side. And we'll go over to do the other side. Okay, so we showed you how close up there is where that piece is. So this one, we're just going to show you how to do this one real quick. Get these connectors out. This is on the passenger side, the 5.7 Tundra. Go ahead and pop these out. Of course, it's going to be a pain. Alright, and same thing here. These look pretty good, but we're going to go ahead and just hit them with some PB Blaster. Get these loose. That one's real easy. Same thing, just back it off to the end of the threads. I'll leave it on there. Get the other one. A little harder. That one might have a little corrosion on it. A little more on that one. That one was a little rusted. That's good. Take our stick of wood. A dowel rod, something harder than this would be better, like a broomstick handle or something, but it works. Get on that stud, and let's go ahead and try to break this loose. A couple of smacks. And that felt like it already moved. Yep, so that feels like it broke loose. Yep, and see, we can push it, move it up out of the way, get that other plate. And same thing, let's just push this up. And try and slip that in. That's not gonna be easy. Just trying to get this plate slipped in. Push, and there's part of it started. And we should just be able to maneuver that in. Just push it all the way in. And then tighten that back down. The torque on these is only about 7 pounds, I think is what I looked up. So you don't over tighten them. It is a stainless steel stud. It will snap off if you're not careful. So you just want to be pretty much just snug. If you have to, you get an exhaust leak, come back and just give them another twist, another turn. But tighten these up alternating. Alright, and that should be it. There you go. Button this back up, put your clips back in, put your tire back on, and clear the codes, and you should be good to go.